episode 5. And we only have one more episode left, too, as well. Man, everything that's happened right now is going to shake the MCU in my eyes. But we have a lot to go through. And honestly, Loki isn't strong enough for this.
I am a god, you dull creature.
Welcome to your Pie Joe Pop Pie Man here, and today we'll be talking about Loki episode 5. Now, before we get into any details, the biggest thing I need to ask you guys, if you can, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's a big deal to me. It really helps the channel. Also, make sure you drop a like on the video as well. So with that being said, let's discuss episode 5 of Loki. Okay, so for our first Easter egg, this is awesome to say, but the first Easter egg is literally the title of the episode. So that's the reason why I didn't show it on the screen. I wanted this to be a little bit of a special moment. So this episode is called Journey into Mystery. And if you're not familiar, the first issue of first issue that had Loki appear was called Journey into Mystery number 85. Journey into Mystery number 85, which they showed Thor and Loki. And it was literally the first episode. So to see that in episode 5, aka 85, however you want to look at it, is called Journey into Mystery, is just amazing. So, first Easter egg just by the title alone. Let's continue. Oh boy, so we already have a big thing here. This is the Supreme Time Being called Alioth. Now, Alioth is a character that not much is known in the comic books, but he is the one that beats all the time, and he has a huge connection with Kang in the comic books. So to see this start off with Alioth right away is just awesome. So boy, oh boy, again, today is just one of those days with amazing Easter eggs and just amazing stuff about to happen. And we still have one more episode, guys, and this is just the beginning of the episode. I can't wait to show you what else is going to happen. And finally, the moment I've been waiting for ever since we first saw the trailer, ladies and gentlemen, President Loki. Now, this is actually part of a four-part miniseries that was actually a joke on the 2016 elections, and they made 4 issues on this where Loki becomes president. So I have been waiting ever since we first saw the trailer for Loki for this moment to happen. So we finally have President Loki. Welcome, President. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, so this next part, I'm not sure where I've seen these before. If you look on the screen, there's these weird little alien creatures. For the life of me, I can't remember or why I feel like I've seen these before. But the thing is if I have seen these before, I don't know if it was in the world of Thor and Loki. So I'm going to let this for you guys decide. I know usually I throw Easter eggs in there, but if you know what these are, tell me in the comments below. And when I go to episode 5, I will bring it up in there. But I just have to say something, because you know how when you see something, but you're like, oh, I can't figure out where it is? If I can't find it, I will try to look it up. But even when I tried to look this up, I couldn't figure out where I've seen this before. So if you could tell me in the comments below, that'd be amazing. If you know. If not, that's fine. Let's continue. Now that we're at the end of the episode, and we now know that they've both, first and foremost, let me say this. In my last episode, I got a lot of slack because I keep on calling Sylvie Lady Loki. The reason I keep calling her Lady Loki is because I believe she's still Loki. And in that situation, whether she be Enchantress, which she is a combination of Enchantress and of Lady Loki, which has been said and is well known. The thing I want to go ahead and talk about is several things that end up happening when it comes into this situation. We already know that we had Alioth, and that Alioth was enchanted by Sylvie, aka Enchantress, aka Lady Loki. Apparently some people don't like me saying Lady Loki. I'm just so used to it. But then there comes down to who is controlling Alioth. And there's several things. The one I think most positively is going to want to lead to the end. So I'm going to go through 3 entities I feel like are the actual people that are controlling the Alioth. And then we're gonna go, in order for each one, so that way I can give a better explanation. So, the first one is the Celestials. Now, the Celestials I've already been seen. If you remember in when they talked about it in the first Thor movie, those big giant robots, those are the Celestials. I don't think it's the Celestials, but for some reason, because they are there are Titans of Celestials that are huge. It could be Celestials, and this would also bring in other characters of that magnitude and size. But honestly, I don't think it's the Celestials, so we're gonna move on, right? Okay. Um, Now there is the ones who sit above in shadow. Now the ones who sit above in shadow in the comic books, Loki proved that the Asgardians made them, even though. Okay, so basically, here's the thing that's twisted about this and might be confusing. In the comic book, they continue to use Ragnarok to destroy Asgard, and the ones who sit above in shadow are the ones that actually continue to destroy it because it brings them power to see the suffering of the Asgardians and to constantly having it happen. So they believe they're above them all. But then Loki proves to them that they are actually created by the Asgardians. So in theory, the Asgardians are bigger than them. And it's a very convoluted story. Again, remember, this is Marvel Comics. A lot of things happen when it comes to Marvel Comics. And also, before I get into the last person, which I think is the character that's going to be the 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 focal point of a lot of things, I want to bring up one other thing. Whenever I do my reviews, I do them. I do them as I'm watching the episode because I want to make sure I get the review out as fast as I can, as fast as possible, so you guys can watch it. Also, so I can go ahead and get the views that are needed. That being said, the big character I want to bring up has already been introduced, kind of, or not introduced, but is going to be introduced in another movie, and I think he is controlling Alioth, and there's a reason why. Now, if you remember in this episode, Ravonna Renslayer said that she's going to like she doesn't know who it is that is controlling the TVA, and she wants to find out herself too. But her loyalty is to the TVA, as she stated herself. Here's what I think they're setting up for: Kang the Conqueror. If you're not familiar with him, he is a villain that controls time itself. I think that Renslayer doesn't even know Kang exists, but once she finds out that he controls TVA, time, and everything else, her loyalties will still lie under him no matter what the situation because he controls time. And as you've seen her, she has in the comic book she does have a romantic relationship with Kang. So my thing is I think that she is going to take this relationship with Kang, um, keeping the TVA alive, and of course Loki has to take him down. Now, again, the ones who sit above in shadow that I stated before, they actually were taken down by Loki, and Kang. And for me, honestly, that could be just a plot they could do on their own for the show, and then cut it off right there. But the reason I feel like Kang is Kang is going to open doors for a bigger villain in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that could be for the next Avengers movie. So I think if they show Kang, then remember Loki's the non-variant Loki, or the other Loki, the Loki that's in the MCU that dies in Endgame. That will give him a good solid story to where they can stick with the whole thing with the one who's sit above in shadow, but then continue with Kang. Or could they just do Kang and then, Loki saves the day just in that situation, or brings focus to Kang because of Mobius and Renslayer, and now what there's going to be their confrontation. And it would be awesome to see if maybe the TVA gets rebuilt, and then Mobius just brings in variants of himself in, and that would duplicate in the comic books because again, like I said before, in the comic books, Mobius is actually a bunch of clones. So if you remember my last episode, which I'm going to try to find the picture for you, if you remember my last episode or the episode prior, I said that Mobius, the whole TVA is made up of just clones of Mobius, but that could be variants. So I don't know. Tell me in the comments below. I know when I make these reviews, I miss a lot of things because I remember at one point the number 38 was on the screen, and it said the time, and number 38 is when Renslayer was going by, and was trying to find out information herself. And you see the number 38 in the background. I don't know if that's a reference to one of the books that I'm aware of, but that would take a lot of research. And again, when I'm doing these reviews, I try to get the information I know out as fast as I can. So with that being said, I honestly don't know who the good bad guy is going to be. I can't wait till next week when we find out. But honestly, if I'm going to pick one, I'm going to say it's Kang the Conqueror. I think Kang the Conqueror is going to be the one behind it, and behind Alioth, and it's going to be the one that that is controlling Alioth. So I don't know, but yet to be seen. But if you saw something yourself in the episode that I might have missed, definitely comment below with it. But yeah, I will be doing a review of the episode next week. I can't wait for it. So make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and the like button. Anyway, guys, I appreciate your time, and I want to thank you all for watching. Again, if you haven't done already, make sure you go and hit that subscribe button. Again, it really helps out the channel. And as always, I am Putty Man. By the way, before I go, I am doing the Black Widow review for Friday, so make sure you subscribe to see that as well. Can't wait. Taskmaster, one of my favorite comic villains. Connection with Deadpool makes me love him even more, but he has connection with a lot of characters. Avengers, everything. Anyway, my point is, come and check out my Black Widow review that's coming out this Friday, so make sure that you have notifications on. But anyway, as I said, as always, I am Putty Man with Gamer Potheads, and do not forget, roll out that score. Peace out. I'll talk to y'all later.